Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever time zone you're checking in from while checking in with this video. Appreciate the comments and interactions with the last couple of videos. Just checking in on this Wednesday as we have seen Matt begin his redemption arc today from a pretty good place of acceptance. I believe he's accepting the situation a whole lot better than he was. It seemed like he was hanging on to an idea of being able to salvage a relationship, and perhaps the whole idea of going on this adventure was just a guise to not focus on that as a loss, but more as a distraction. So, if you look at the screen here, we're kind of looking at a comment where somebody is pointing out, shout out to those riding the coattails of Phenom Superstar to better their own channels. Well, I don't think we can control the outcome anytime we create content, right? Like, there's no guarantee. So you take that shot sometimes as far as creating a content based on other people's situations. So, whatever, that's on whoever's doing it. And I think that could be done either somewhat tastefully, or it could be done in a locale trying to make fun of people way, and that's not what we're trying to do here. And I say we as in most of the people who have left comments on the videos that I've created, they don't seem genuinely engaged with the idea of making fun or belittling this person. It's just more of a, hey, we're emotionally invested in a story here. We've called out some slights and some definite obvious falsities with this man, and that's because we're invested. And I don't think there's definitely people out there who want to see a downfall and are praying for the downfall and applauding that. And me myself, it's not about his downfall, it's about the story. And we're going to point out that, like I said, the bullshit that happens with anybody. And right now we're all kind of gathered around the subject matter of Matt Brown. And again, I'll say we're not doing this to judge anybody. We are simply sharing our thoughts and feelings about the situation of a person who's openly sharing their own thoughts and feelings. So, I fail to see the problem with just having an open conversation if it's done in a constructive manner, or done at least peacefully. And we're not gathering here to tar and feather the man. We're gathering here to point out where we're invested. And I hope it's going to work out, and I feel that it is. Today he's had a day of reflection. You can see on his channel, he's probably took some of those videos down, and by the looks of it, from yesterday. But he's very open and accepting the fact that he has messed up, and he's probably going to mess up again. And that's part of growing. It's not hiding the situation. I think that's where it brought my focus in, because I could definitely see some things happen. Just like we were in the show, we're invested in the show with Matt as a character. You definitely could tell that there's something else going on there behind the scenes with the guy. And then not until recently has he been very, in front of the camera with it. So, that's where we're at. Definitely no hate. And, we're not really going to use that word here. Again, a whole lot of comments on that last video. I do appreciate it. And, I think, like I say, we should have positive thoughts for somebody. And we're not invested here to create hate or to create a space of hate for anybody. Like, somebody's going through a struggle, we're just discussing that. And I try to touch base from a point of, I understand it because I've gone through a lot of it, and I see a lot of my own past struggles happening here with this individual. And then, if anything, it makes me feel even more empathetic towards the guy. He's got a lot of things to work through, and he keeps referring to normal people. I don't think he thinks he's a normal person, when indeed he absolutely is. And that's part of the journey that we're watching of self-discovery here. So, never trying to tear someone down. Let's always try to build them up in a way that's constructive. And sometimes calling people on their bullshit is a constructive way to do that, to help bring them to the awareness that they are trying to skirt. So yeah, we're waiting for more content on the guy. He said he might roll out today and start his journey. We shall see. And again, I'm not going to push any negative bets here, but if you want to leave in the comment if you think he's going to roll out tonight or what's going to happen, leave your comments below. Thanks for checking in. Merry Wednesday. I am Frank White.